Hi guys, and welcome back to another Sonic Academy tech tip. In this one, we're going to show you how to quickly add in an exciter into your project. And this is one of these plugins that brightens up your whole track. It adds a bit of distortion and color to the high end of your track, and it's a very good thing to just throw in at the end and to just lift the whole thing up. So first of all, what I'm going to do is create. I'm going to use the new disco tutorial as an example for this. So I'm just going to loop around the middle section here. Okay, so this is the track that we're going to brighten up. So I'm going to right click and insert a return track at the bottom. And I'm going to rename this exciter. And then we're going to go into Lives Devices and we're going to go and grab an EQ8. Drop it into this exciter. And then if we just grab any one of these bands, turn it to a high pass, and we'll just set it at about 3 or 4 kilohertz, and just do a bit of a high pass on that. And then we're going to grab a saturator. Just drop that in there. So you can use one of the presets here, or you can feel free to just mess about with it until you get something that you're happy with yourself. But I'm just going to use a bit warmer preset. And I'm going to turn the dry wet control up to 100. And then you can just mess about with the drive control until you're happy. But we'll start sending stuff to this first. So basically what you want to do with this is send stuff that has a nice high end to it. So you want to send maybe your hats, you want to send a tambourine, any sort of fizzy snares, maybe rides and cymbals. Anything like that there, or any sort of synth stabs that have a nice high end to it, something that's going to come out or something that's going to get through the high pass on the EQ, basically. So we've got our drum rack here, and in order for us to send it out of the drum rack, obviously we need to, if you've got yourself a drum rack set up, we can send individual parts. I'm just going to send the whole thing, but if you wanted to send individual parts, you could do that by going down to your send and return chain section at the bottom here and just insert it as an output, and then you can send it individually. You can check out what the other tech tip that we covered on the internal drum rack send and return chains. So I'm going to send our drum rack to this. So it's obviously of our 5th return track here. So I'll turn that up, and I'll turn our tambourine up, and then our disco hats, I'll turn this up. And we've got our stabs, we'll send that. Bit of an arpeggio, some of our cymbal crashes. I'll send pretty much everything to it. I don't need to send our bass line. Bit of a guitar part. And then we've got some 80s sounds here as well. So that's pretty much everything sent to it. So now we just need to bring the volume of this back, because we want to introduce some of it into our set. So you can see there, as you steadily increase the amount of the exciter that you introduce into the mix, the brighter and fizzier everything gets at the higher end of your sound. So obviously you don't want to bring it in too much. You can sort of play about with it. If you compare it with something that's been released commercially, then you can sort of get the right level of how much high end is meant to be in your mix anyway. So I'm just going to play it around here. I'm going to keep it on, and then I'm going to turn it off just to show you the immediate impact that it has. so that's it with it off. And then I'll turn it back on. So again, you can experiment with the type of saturation that you're using, and you can experiment with the amount of drive you send to that as well. So you could also push up the drive and bring back the volume to get a different sound. So you can see there how it brings a breath of fresh air into your entire mix. Okay, so I hope this tech tip helps you out with your tunes, and I'll see you again in the next tutorial.